Welcome back to another episode of NBA 2K12. Last episode of yesterday, as well as the Miami Heat, the Golden State Warriors down to the Warriors and win by 123 to 121. And coming up next, we are heading to the Power Bounce Pavilion in Sacramento, California. We got the two of the Western Conference matchup as Kyrie Evans and the Sacramento Kings take on Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that was in real life in 2012 on February 2. I believe it was on February 9, 2012. It was the Sacramento Kings completely upset over the top team in the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder. This was the only 2012 season for Sacramento Kings to play on national television. Actually, this is one of the upsets of the night. Kings, everyone preferring their old black uniforms and old black shirts everywhere, like a playoff style. I thought there was two teams met in the playoffs, but there was during the two playoff meetings of as of Seattle Supersonics member. It was the first playoff meeting between the two in 1996 where the Sonics beat the Kings in 4, and then the latest playoff matchup between the two in Sacramento and Seattle. It was 2005. Sonics also won over the Kings in 5 games. This was the final playoff victory for Seattle Sonics. So for this game, like in real life in 2012, the Thunder are going to use the white shirts and the Kings are going to use the black shirts. That'll do it for now. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here, the Power Balance Pavilion in Sacramento. Anyways, enjoy the video and now we'll send it over to Kevin Harlan.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. Thursday Hoops. It'll be Kevin Durant, the Oklahoma City Thunder, facing off against Tyreek Evans and the Sacramento Kings. Now our broadcast swings to Sacramento, where Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr have the call.
Thanks for joining us as we bring you this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports along with Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. The Kings looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at the Power Balance Pavilion in Sacramento. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Durant, Ibaka, and Perkins compose the front court. Westbrook and Harden in the back. And for Sacramento, they've got Hickson. Tyreek Evans out there with Thomas. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Garcia in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, nothing really went right for the Sacramento Kings last year. This team really struggled. And going against a tough Western Conference night in and night out, I mean, that's tough. That's brutal. And that team won only 15 games against conference opponents.
Now, here's Cousins. Here's Thomas. Gets the bucket from 20 feet away. Thomas got his team on the board to start the game for the Kings. Going back to what Steve just said, the West is no picnic and can eat up teams that don't have too much experience, and Clark, the Kings were one of those teams.
Yeah, young team looking to find its way. I mean, it's a bit of a trial by fire for the Kings as they continue to try to progress forward. Really, they can take their lumps from last year and try to learn from them and get healthy. Tyreek Evans had the foot problems that were an issue. And they just got to focus on moving forward in a positive vein.
And last year I thought was a tough season for Tyreek Evans. He was the reigning Rookie of the Year. A number of foot injuries caused him to miss almost 30 games. And when he did play, he struggled with his shot, only 42% from the field.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with his coach Lou Wilson. He said his team was going to try to limit the amount of second chance points they give up. I asked if he had anything specific in mind, and he told me it has to be a team effort this one. Everyone has to box out, from the guards to the big fellas. Gentlemen?
Great, Doris. Thank you.
It's not necessarily an overlooked part of the game, but rebounding can affect everything else you do. And Steve, it's always tough when you're dealing with injuries, but I think also when you've been the Rookie of the Year and you come into that second year, teams are geared up to make you do things you're not comfortable doing. But I think more than anything, it was the injuries that set Tyreek Evans back a bit.
Westbrook with the bucket.
No reason not to pull up for the 3 right there.
And here now the Kings. Cousins covered by Perkins. Fires from the line. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
tough assignment for that defender with the size mismatch we're seeing.
Yeah, I just don't think he's big enough to handle it.
Now here's Durant, guarded by Garcia. And so he draws the foul on the shot, not trip to the line to shoot two.
You know, James Harden, a smooth offensive player. Got off to a tough start last season, but right into the start of 2011, played some great basketball.
And Harden, Clark, a gifted scorer. To start his career, he'd come off the bench for the Thunder with Steve Cephalosha, the stopper in this starting unit.
Yeah, but I think long-term, eventually you're going to see Harden become the starter in Oklahoma City. He's a terrific scorer. He's also probably a better playmaker than anybody else on the team. So they're going to be able to run some offense through Harden. And as he expands and develops his game, he's got a chance to be an all-star.
This team is buzzing right now. They've yet to miss.
6 points for Kevin Durant.
And a three the other way.
Back and forth we go, neither side giving an inch.
From deep, Horton, another three for Sacramento.
Scott Brooks enjoyed a long career in the NBA before becoming a coach, playing point for a lot of teams over the course of 11 seasons in the league.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow. Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild one. So good. On the run, knocking down that shot. That's tough.
Well, back to Brooks. Even won a title, Steve, with the 94 Rockets.
Yeah, he was a tough player. One of those guys who pick you up full court, 94 feet, defend and scrap and claw for everything. And not really surprising to me that he eventually became a coach. That's how it works. Your defense feeds into the offense.
Yeah, you know, excellent work, I thought. Solid work on both ends in that particular sequence.
The Thunder leading by 6. Here's Westbrook, and he lays it straight in. Westbrook's got 9.
Well, they've got to do something defensively because he's been unstoppable.
And defensively, Steve, your only choice now is to double him. I mean, I don't think there's another option.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Well, you look at Kevin Durant's body, those long limbs, you see why he has a chance to be really good defensively. Because he can cut off passing lanes and really slide his feet and get in front of people and even block shots at the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Jason Thompson is checked in for Hickson. And Thomas subbed in for Tyreek Evans. Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Cephalosha comes in for James Harden. Now, here's Thomas. It's stolen by Ibaka.
Great steal in the paint. Thought he might get a layup out of it and wound up turning it over.
From deep, Horton gets it to go. Horton's got 9. And Kevin Durant has grown, Steve, in the NBA as a defender. Clark, we were talking about that. He has made a commitment to doing a better job at that end of the floor.
He really has. And that's what great players do, Kevin. You and I have talked about it. They don't rest on their laurels. He has not rested. And the other great thing is he knows he still has room to grow and get better, and he's willing to put in the work to do it.
Here's Westbrook. Sacramento able to drain the floor. Now Durant. 8 points for him. Cephalosha. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
Boy, excellent vision. Sharing the pumpkin leads to another basket.
And you look at that differential, guys, the points off assists are definitely in their favor.
And the basket by Horton.
Tell you what, he's draining the 3 ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got to find a way to get out there on him.
Durant for 3, and the Thunder another 3.
It has been all offense here early.
It sure has been. I mean, both teams clicking, and it's been an entertaining game as well, guys.
Funny shot, and Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 6.
Oh, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's a thing of beauty. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now.
Get there.
Here's Thomas, and another 3 for Sacramento.
So the defense has to commit so much attention to him. He's just an important part of his offense.
That's it. No good on the buzzer beater. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Thunder lead by 1.
And I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steal.
And we'll get back to the action right after this. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Here is Harden.
You know, the Thunder guys showed their talent in the playoffs last season.
Let's see that again on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit. The flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. As you know, DeMarcus Cousins is still young, but you can already see his potential. Coach Paul Westphal said he's a very gifted player. He's versatile, can shoot the ball from the perimeter, and he's a good passer. He has fantastic poise. The tougher it gets, the more faith I have in him. He really makes plays when you need him the most. Guys, as he continues to develop, Cousins has the potential to become one of the best centers in the league.
Intriguing young talent. Thanks.
Well, it's been back and forth. Really good battle here.
Yeah, real strong battle, guys. And it looks like it may come down to which team has the ball last as far as who wins.
So it's Sacramento now, after Oklahoma City gets the three. Polina inside. Thomas, good. Thomas got 7 points. But guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
Cephalosha with the steal. He dishes it to Perkins. Over D'Alembert. Perkins with the bucket. Perkins got his first basket. Here's Thomas. He has 7.
And how about that surprise trade at the trade deadline a year ago? Kendrick Perkins going from Boston to Oklahoma City for Jeff Green. I think the Thunder really believes that Perkins can be their missing piece. You know, they knew they needed help down low defensively and with size. And Perkins is that guy.
Here's Cephalosha. And here's Harden. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6.
Anticipating that pass so well. Beautifully done.
Shoots from the block. And Evans gets it to go. And the assist by D'Alembert. 7 points for Tyreek Evans. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Back to Perkins for just a moment. You know, his playoff calculator was a little bit up and down there. I know they made the trade at midseason with Boston. They liked him initially. Take a look at where he fits right now.
You know, that's a good point, Kevin. On the surface, you thought it would be a nice acquisition. I still think so. Again, you got to give these things some time. He brings experience. He brings championship pedigree. And he brings some physical presence to the middle that I think can be helpful. Now you have to figure out how to best integrate that into kind of a Greyhound-type, athletic, young, developing Oklahoma City Thunder team.
I thought he was at his best when Garnett was right there, and they're barking back and forth and setting that Boston D.
Hey, that's a very good observation by you. You made a few of those indications.
I read your book. That's why I know that.
DeMarcus Cousins from Mobile, Alabama. Really played football more often than basketball as a kid, but finally fell in love with the game after junior high school and became that one-year wonder at Kentucky before moving on to the NBA.
A free ball. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Durant. 12 points for Russell Westbrook. Steve, you just mentioned that DeMarcus Cousins transitioning as a kid from football to basketball. A lot of times with big men, it's like the game chooses them. Everyone says, hey, we're so tall, you should be playing basketball.
That is so true, and you oftentimes see bigger guys maybe not have the passion. Not the case with Cousins. I mean, he loves the game, plays with tremendous passion. It's a matter of him managing that passion appropriately that's going to determine how good he becomes.
And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown.
And it's a tie ball game.
Oh, he's killing me right now. Absolutely killing me. That's just ridiculous.
That's what basketball Clark is all about right there.
That's exactly why we love this game. The greatest athletes in the world.
Sacramento making some changes. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Selman's in for Tyreek Evans. And then for Oklahoma City, Muhammad comes in for Kendrick Perkins. And Daquan Cooks is subbed in for James Harden. Now, here's Thornton. He's got 14. From deep, Green. And that one's good. He's got 5.
Now, these wide open threes have been their undoing. You have to locate shooters and get a hand up.
Yep, you do, Steve. And even if it means having their assigned defenders stand at home on three-point shooters, I mean, that would be a worthwhile strategy to pursue because you don't want to give good shooters open threes.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, in 2010, the Thunder lost to the Lakers in the playoffs in a 6-game series that was highly competitive, and it remained a big motivation for the improvement of the Thunder. Kevin Durant was completely moved by the standing ovation the Thunder received after the Game 6 loss on their home floor. After losing in the Western Conference Finals to the Mavs this past season, we might see even more of a lead by this talented young team this year. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Thunder will be as hungry as ever this season.
And with the Thunder, you can see the connection they have with their fans. I mean, the players are playing for the entire state every time they take the court.
Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Westbrook. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Westbrook's got 16.
Starting to build a head of steam here. He had a good first quarter, but he's been even better here in the second.
Thornton passes to Cousins. Kicks it to Green. It's tipped.
A nice swipe there. You could see his eyes get wide open when he saw the opportunity to take it.
We talk about a back-and-forth game. This is... the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, two good teams going head-to-head, need a matchup. Both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Good as it goes. He went right down as the buzzer sounded.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know how he has the poise to make that shot look so easy.
Yep, and that's the most exciting play in basketball, guys. The buzzer beater. Unbelievable.
Live from Power Balance Pavilion, you're watching 2K Sports.
Thanks so much for lending us some of your Thursday to take in all the glorious NBA action. Now let's get you to the HP halftime report. Oklahoma City up on top against Sacramento. They've dialed in from long range an incredible shooting performance from outside. Excellent output from Kevin Durant in this one. He's racked up 20 points and he's been dialed in from deep, a lot of threes so far. And slugging it out so far, the Sacramento Kings. A dominant offensive display through 2 quarters. They're scoring efficiently. A tremendous first half from Marcus Thornton. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. And here's tonight's scoring leaders, both hoping to keep it going in the second half. That's it for us here in the studio. We thank you for joining. Now we'll send you back to the second half action.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. The Thunder leading by 3.
You know, guys, the biggest story with the Kings actually happened in the offseason. Many thought they would move down south, but found a way to stay in Sacramento, at least temporarily.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Durant, Ibaka, and Perkins compose the front court. Westbrook and Harden in the back. And the rejection by Perkins. And another 3 for Sacramento.
You give him any kind of space, he may knock that down.
Takes the 3, and again Oklahoma City with the triple. Parker, what a big victory for the city of Sacramento, who just love their Kings.
Yeah.
The attendance has been down a little bit, Steve, but that could go up. We got to some players on that ball club, and maybe there's better times ahead.
Well, you hope so, because this is one of the great fan bases in the NBA. The Sacramento fans so loyal to their team. It would be great to see them stick around Sacramento and to build another exciting playoff caliber team.
Now here's Evans. He's got 9. And Hickson throws. It down.
Well, he took that defender head on and threw down the two-hander power jams.
Great power there, guys.
You got to love his determination.
You know, I think a lot of pressure was on J.J. Hickson, the young forward for the Kings, after the departure of LeBron James. And he had mixed results, but this guy has tremendous potential going forward.
Boy, both teams showing a lot of hustle, Clark.
Steve, especially since halftime, I mean, they're flying around out there, giving up a lot of energy and putting together a pretty good show.
Cousins covered by Perkins. Little turnaround, and again it's Sacramento converting. Going back to J.J. Hickson, Clark, he and Coach Byron Scott butted heads periodically over the course of the season. Really lean on him to make a difference, Steve, at both ends of the floor.
Well, as a young player, J.J. at times struggled on the glass. Maybe lost attention defensively at times, and really trying to lay the groundwork at an early age to make sure J.J. Hickson knew and understood what makes a great low-post player.
And they're able to recover. There's the bucket good. Arceus got 5 points in the quarter. The Thunder leading by 4. Left side, Westbrook. Tipped.
The water's been choppy for him since halftime from a turnover standpoint. He had just 1 in the first half, but that number has skyrocketed since.
Marcus Thornton, who's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Westbrook. 22 points for him. Evans picks him up. Westbrook against Evans. Westbrook double team. And here's Harden for 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 9th assist in the game now. Thornton against Harden. Here's Evans. And he drops him away up off the glass. Evans has got 11 points.
Well, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Durant, again, the Thunder score.
And Oklahoma City is really a team that's at its best when they get out in transition. In fact, a year ago, they averaged better than 16 fast break points a game. That was 6th in the league. Look how well he led him there with that pass.
The Thunder leading by 5. And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Garcia. 13 points for Tyreek Evans. Timeouts called first of the game for the Thunder. When you look at the Thunder as a fast-breaking team, one of the best in the NBA, they've certainly got the personnel for it.
Fast and athletic, Kevin, at positions 1 through 4. And Westbrook is really incredible as a force in the open court. He's got such a speed and power to him as a point guard. He may be the most angry and aggressive finisher in the NBA. I mean,
It's interesting.
I mean, he attacks that rim with a force and ferocity that very few players do. And it may be that he has that style to go with it, but when he goes to the basket, to do damage and punish people.
Now here's Westbrook. Now here's Durant. Passes it to Cephalosha. Over Thornton. Cephalosha misses.
He'll usually knock that shot down.
He sure will, but that's one he couldn't pass up.
Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Post up, Thompson.
Out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Nice defense poking that one out of bounds.
You know, just a nanosecond quicker and they would have been going the other way.
Here's Thornton. 16 points for him.
Shoot that! All you!
Goes straight up. Another block. The Thunder leading by 3. From past the arc. Good on the shot. Cephalosha's got 8 points.
And everything's falling from the three-point line here in the second half.
And guys, you know, one fed into the other. I mean, now they're shooting with great confidence and they're on a roll. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting Ice!
20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now, here's Thornton. He's guarded closely. He feeds it to Thompson. With 4 seconds on the clock. And here they come. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. The points coming in bunches as we ramp up the third quarter. It's been a good one. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
And we'll be right back here shortly from Sacramento. Now, as we get going here in the fourth, let's send it over to Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark.
Kevin, you might have guessed the Sprite Spark today, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Up and down this roster, everyone has been prepared to play. If they keep this level of play going in the fourth, they'll be able to hold on to this lead, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Salmons. Gallenberg's out there with Hickson. And it's Green. Then it's Thomas. And it's Salmons in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Salmon's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the team. Cephalosha's shot is good.
But you've got to get the ball out of his hands, bring an extra defender, and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
Perkins against Gallenberry. Over Collison. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Pretty pass there, right where he needed to put it.
The Thunder leading by 4. Pulls up from the corner. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
Thomas kicks to Hickson. Over Collison. And the Kings check on 2 more. Here is Cook. Now Cephalosha. It's blocked. And around the break. Salmons kicks the bucket. Salmons got 4 points in the quarter.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
And Sacramento comes up with it. Hickson dishes to Thomas. Goes up strong. And this game is tied up now.
He's not the biggest player on the court. I mean, that's a humongous win.
Well, he's capable of those, Clark. We've seen it before.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, you guys, he is very comfortable taking it to the hoop if he's got an opening. And, man, he'll make you pay. This is really ramped up in the second half.
See, I like the re-energized effort here. I mean,
Lays out. Cook, the pass to Cephalosha. It's stolen by Hickson.
And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake.
Another 3 for Sacramento.
What a great game. This looks like it's going to go right down to the wire.
well, you talk about what happens in close games. Mistakes are magnified. Both teams have to be very careful down the stretch here.
And some changes here for the Kings. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gallenberg. Garcia comes in for John Salmons. And Tyreek Evans is subbed in for Thomas. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Collison. Durant comes in for Cephalosha. James Harden, he's checked in for Daquan Cook. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Eric Maynard. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He's still pretty confident, turning to his guys and saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. We're still in the driver's seat if we play up to our standards.
Oklahoma City trail. And here's Harden for 3. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Westbrook with it. Evans picks him up. Westbrook kicks to Harden from downtown. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Harden's got 9 points now. That's the second half. Timeout called by the Kings. They're losing by 1. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. The Kings are making a switch. Thomas is checked in. Now, here's Thomas. And Hickson throws it down. Really down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Team's really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
Harden kicks to Durant. Takes a 3. And the Thunder another 3.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out, put a hand up, make them put it on the floor.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
On the wing, Harden. Over by Evans. Took him no time at all on that one. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like all-star weekend out there. We know how much defense is played. There is actually defense during the all-star weekend, no deep.
And the shot is good. And that's now 27 points for Russell Westbrook. Inside Thomas. From the line. It's full. And a sensational bucket to bring them within one. So here's Westbrook. The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity. Durant. Money.
And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
Outside Thomas. And it's Harden picking him up. And the basket by Thomas.
And that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, he exhaled as that one went down.
Releases from 15. And it's Westbrook. Big time on the assist from Ibaka.
What a streak he's on. He's just one of those guys who can really catch fire.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 3. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Scoring by Durant.
Well, they have forced a lot of turnovers, and it seems to be having a snowball effect.
26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there. Sinks the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Two for two, and it's a 5-point ballgame.
With that trip to the line, he just made it a 2-possession game, Kevin.
Evans against Harden. There's the three. It's good. And he is back under within 2 points.
As if there was any question, Kevin. He's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays.
Good foul there. They've got to lengthen this game and stop the clock.
All you can really do here is hope they give you a chance to even it up.
Perfect from the line. It's a 4-point ballgame.
Talk about a clutch free throw, Kev. That one just might have sealed the game.
Easy shot. Good. Here's Harden. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
I know you have to foul, but you don't want to hit a good foul shooter like that.
Yeah, you'd much rather have somebody else get to the line than this guy. He's an excellent free throw shooter.
It's the first that makes it a 3-point lead. It's the most, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
And that'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
Evans kicks the Hickson. Here's Cousins. The dunk and the foul. Powerhouse. Smooth, and he's got a chance for one more at the line.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 2. One shot back in the game. And they go to the intentional foul. On the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Two for 2, and it's a 4-point ballgame. Throws it from deep. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
So now we are heading to tomorrow night or Friday and Saturday. We are going to Baker's Light Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. We got the interconference matchup. We got Kobe Bryant, the Los Angeles Lakers take on Danny Granger and the Indiana Pacers. We got the second matchup between those two teams. And in the second game, we are Saturday night heading to the Phoenix, Arizona and News Early Center as the Bull Pierce and the Boston Celtics take on Steve Nash and the Phoenix Suns. So then a good match over here. We got the two interconference showdown. This is gonna be a good game. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Thunder survives over the Sacramento Kings 117 to 113 as the March Madness. We are underway now. We'll be starting tomorrow night. As a Creighton fan, we'll be back in the second round in action if you beat against Louisville fans. Hopefully please join the below here if you don't get Blue Jays eliminated in early first round. Last time Creighton got the first round exit, it was 2018 when they fell to Kansas State Wildcats. So once again, this is Andre Kenshin. Say so for Sacramento. We see you tomorrow. We'll have a Friday night. The Lakers take on the Pacers. And the Saturday night Celtics and the Suns. Once again, this is Andre Kenshin. Say so long for Power Pavilion in Sacramento. Reminder, we will see you tomorrow for the Lakers and the Pacers. And then Saturday, the Celtics and Suns. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Lakers and Pacers.